Alright, what is up, y'all? Today we are here for week, I believe it is 6, but I'm listing it as 5 because we had a bye week and it's all stupid. But anyways, I'm joined by Mr. Doomshroom himself. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Shay. How have you been?
Fucking fantastic, buddy. Let's, so, the thing with this is, right, it's like, it's all three of us. We're Team CDS, you know, we're a whole thing. But, on this particular battle, me and Chris were doing the first, like, 10 or 12 battles, the 10 or 12 turns together, and then I had to go back to work, so Chris kind of took over from there. So I figured, you know, we'll just have him in for the recording. It'll be fine and dandy.
Yep. So, looking at our opponent's team, he has Megaena, Mandibuzz, Primarina, Slowbro, Mega Aerodactyl, Togedemaru, Whimsicott, Magneton, Pangoro, and Sudowoodo. And I was sort of in charge of team building. Sudowoodo.
Yes.
How do you say it?
I was just saying it like they say it in the cipher.
Ah, cool. But basically I had a couple ideas for team building this week because I was going to be the one leading the battle because Shay was working and Pat's dicking around or doing whatever in the Navy, so it was my turn to... Yeah, that's right. So it was my turn to have a bit of the heat sets.
Oh, yeah.
So, first one off the rank, not so heat, is the Crocodile. So, 252 speed, Jolly just to outspeed as much as possible. Basically, this was pretty much going to be a sweeper should Whimsicott be out of the picture. Chuck on Home Claw so we don't miss Stone Edges, and hit harder, knock off an Earthquake, and it just goes to town with the Life Orb.
Exactly. Just something to sit there late game and just clean the fuck up.
Yeah. Now, the next one pairs with the Arcanine set, so we'll skip over it for a sec. We'll go through the other ones.
Okay, well, too late.
No, I was in go to Blastoise.
Okay, you're right.
This is when I make impromptu calls that we're not considering with each other.
We definitely could have talked about this beforehand, but it's fine. You're doing great.
Can I also ask, who the hell is Light Clay Yagami?
Oh, I am highly disappointed in you, sir. You know the show Death Note, by any chance?
Oh, yeah, I do.
The main character's name is Light Yagami, so it's like Light Clay Yagami, because it's like Pokemon, and yeah.
Oh, it's a play on word. What, Country Squirrel not good enough for you anymore?
No, I'm fucking... My power level's too high for that shit now.
It's over 9. Your power level's over 9.
Over 9.
Anyway,
Blastoise.
Shell Shock of the Blastoise, Mega Blastoise.
Spadef as
Gold,
fuck.
Neurocoat because we love that shit, Rapid Spin and Toxic.
Just classic. He's got some pretty offensive stuff, and then he's just got some fat shit. So this is just something that can eat a hit, Mirror Coat it back to him, and then Toxic all the stuff that we don't want to deal with, like Mandibuzz.
Pretty much. Screamo the Sylveon, gonna get some of that Wish Pass action happening with Carmine as backup setup. Just because this guy's actually a decent battler, and his team's just so, like, well balanced.
Yeah, it really is, like, hardcore balance / bulky offense.
So, the Carmine Hyper Voice, just because it is. The Hidden Power Fire was for Magneton, should it want to dick around with a Fairy type.
And Megaena as well, just in case.
And Megaena as well, just in case.
Togedemaru, but it's whatever.
Whatever. And then Wish. Yeah. Just so we can pass those fast wishes with 208. We worked out, I forget how we worked it out, but 208 was like the optimal number after we did 48 speed investment. Because that was speed creep and Pangoro and uninvested Mandibuzz and crap like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Then over to the last Pokemon, which is Frostlass, which we always lead, but we put it last on the list just because why not?
Gotta switch it up.
Focus Sash,
throw 'em off.
Spikes, Destiny Bond, Ice Beam, and Taunt. So,
kind of standard.
Pretty much, our standard set. 144 speed, let it outspeed an uninvested Whimsicott or something, or a max invested Togedemaru or something like that.
Probably, who knows? This was like fucking 17 months ago, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Oh, it gets even better, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's the standard set. So now, we'll go over to... Which one do you want to do first? Arcanine or Katana?
I think we're going to start with Kartana, since it's already been shown.
Alright, so the Katana set. So we have the shed shell on it, because in my head, I go... Katana's a massive threat to my team if I'm the other dude. I have a steel trapping type in the back, I can come in, trap it, hit it with a 4 times hidden power fire, and it's basically burning to the ground. There's no way it's living that.
It could hit us with a hidden power poison, and we would probably still die.
Special defense is that bad. Like, we worked it out. We even tried considering the fire resist berry, and we were still dying to shit. So it just wasn't worth it. So I had the brilliant idea. Hey, we've got Arcanine in the back. Everyone expects to intimidate. Why don't we tee it up with Flash Fire, get Arcanine a special attack boost, and basically lure in the Magneton. So
yeah, we thought we were fucking geniuses, and he'd think we were trapped, so he'd go for HP Fire. But we Shed Shell right out into our Flash Fire fucking Arcanine, and just click Burn Up and just absolutely destroy something.
Yeah.
We had never really
so we
messed
hadn't
with
finished
Burn
the
Up
Katana
before.
set.
We
but
kind of, you know, we let
well,
it
it was the trap set, but then it was the sub sweep set as well with Leaf Blade, Smart Strike, and Sacred Sword. So all the good stuff. So many win cons in this one. And then Burn Up. This was my child for the week. I just saw his team and I went, I've got to freaking use this. So hopefully most of you are aware by now, but Burn Up is a special type 130 power attack that after you use Fire type becomes typeless. So it's only available on a very few mons. It's available on Arcanine, Typhlosion, and like Torkoal, I think.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So what it is, it makes Arcanine into a pure mystery type. So basically, it doesn't resist any attack, but it is not hit super effectively by any attack.
Yeah, it's like that white airhead flavor that nobody knows what it is. It's exactly what this is.
Yeah, 100%. Problem with Burn Up is once you use it, you have to switch out and switch back in to be able to use it again. So it is a little bit of a risk-reward play, but then tee it up with Morning Sun, Toxic, Wild Charge, nearly max HP, max special defense, with the gentle nature, and 20 speed to speed creep something.
Probably Mandibuzz, since we're, I think, the same. It's 95 speed, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably just to make sure we outspeed Mandibuzz.
So, at any rate, just make it go pretty quick, and hey, you've got yourself a really good, interesting Arcanine set. Now, in hindsight, for the battle, Intimidate might have been more useful. However, if we could have pulled off the Flash Fire shit, oh my god.
Yeah, that would have been literally lit, and it would have been fucking awesome. But, you know, we haven't even shown them. Who knows? Maybe it works. I don't know. Spoilers. Let's just jump right into the battle, you know?
Yeah, let's do it.
He didn't bring a lot of the stuff we kind of thought he was going to bring, aka Magneton.
Yeah, so there goes that cutting plan.
Yeah,
but,
right off the bat, that shit's gone.
But he did bring Whimsicott, which we're like, okay, Krook can't hit the field until that's gone.
Exactly.
He did bring Sudowoodo, which we're like, damn, that's cool, son.
Right, he gets cool points just for bringing fucking CTC over there.
And then bulky Mandibuzz there, Primarina, who's just bulky but offensive, and then Pangoro, which is just nasty. So,
and looking at his team, it looks like we definitely gotta watch out for the Magearna. If that thing is shift gear, it does have a chance to probably just fucking destroy us with the right coverage. But that Mandibuzz is also stopping our Kartana, so we gotta figure something out to deal with those. And always Whimsicott's annoying, but I think everything else on his team we should be able to handle with what we got.
But when in doubt, lead Frostlass.
Yep, if you got a suicide lead, you just do it. And he just goes for the Earthquake, and he gets disabled, which leads us to believe that he is choiced because he switches out. We were expecting, like, Bullet Punch, but he didn't go for it. So, oh well. We swap right on
Hit
out
pause.
of there.
You gonna slow this down?
It's a super
it's going
long,
way quick.
It's a super long battle, but I guess we can do normal.
Well, we were just explaining. I don't know why we clicked Encore there. If we were expecting the Bullet Punch, we should have spiked anyway.
Probably.
Anyway, so he tries an Encore's us, but we swap out.
Uh-huh. Then you double back to Frostlass. That shit dies. He predicts our switch.
Well, it was almost like predicting a switch out, but he U-turned. So then we switch out to sack off Frostlass, but he defogs.
Mm-hmm.
So then he goes back into Pangoro, and we've just hit Ice Beam just to try and get damage on the Mandibuzz. Now, we didn't think he had Bullet Punch, so we were just going to spike again.
And he does have the fucking
Turns
Bullet
out
Punch, like an asshole.
Yeah, and then he's disabled again and swaps out again, which was like, okay, surely he's choiced. but we're just afraid to click burn up because if he swaps in the resistant Sudowoodo, you can see it does massive damage.
Yeah, that was a lot.
And it makes us not have to worry about Stone Edge.
And that's fucking cool with me.
So we get the Toxic off.
And he goes into his, This was kind of a weird turn. Obviously, we hadn't shown our whole set yet, but he swaps him into his Water type, and our only other offensive move was Wild Charge. So he kind of takes a shitload from that, and I'm sure he was definitely caught off guard, especially since Burn Up's a special move.
But he's seen pretty much our entire set now. We still haven't shown Morning Sun yet.
Exactly, and we look
so
like
we're expecting
because he goes into Sudowoodo.
Because double switches are a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he switches again. Like, this is why Spike was really important, because this dude switches like crazy.
Yeah, fucked up. But
so we just eat up the Volt
Spadef.
switch. I was actually expecting a Thunderbolt. That's why I stayed in to do a Mirror Coat.
Yeah.
Which still does a nice chunk to the Whimsicott.
Nice chunk indeed.
Into Katana, because Whimsicott's not going to be able to do much to it. He does carry U-turn, though, which really helped him.
Yep, so now we're against the thing that fucking walls us, and we're trying to get a free turn, but he's not having it.
We're trying to bluff the Swords Dance set, but he was prepped and had the taunt. And then he's Rocky Helmet, when we're like, God damn it.
Yep. So we're forced out.
And the foul play, so he was ready for the Swords Dance.
Exactly. And
but Sylveon can just
looking,
basically scare him off.
Skartana's looking a little useless. Now it's like almost dead.
Yeah. So we just throw up the Wish because we figured he might as well swap back in, and we want to get our Blastoise all nice and fat again. Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Eat up that Aura Sphere. He must have... I don't know why. He must have protected Krook there. If he was going for a fighting type.
He volts last time. And then this was really funny too.
Rapid spin.
He gets his fucking Figgy Berry, but it's the wrong berry. So we rapid spin him into Figgy Berry range, and he gets it, but it's the wrong for his... I guess it's too bitter or whatever. So he's fucking confused, and we were all just like, what the fuck is going on?
It was pretty cool, though, to see that berry on Whimsicott.
Yeah, that was the first time I think I'd seen those Super Citrus Berries.
Yeah. So that's what they should be called. They should be called Super Citrus Berries.
I think that's what the VGC community calls them, but we don't talk about those guys.
So in comes Arcanine, scares it out again. Burn Up just does a good solid amount of damage with the Toxic.
It definitely does. We whittled the shit out of this Sudowoodo. And here, we know he could have Sucker Punch, or possibly, since Custap Berry is released in this league, he could go for that. And we knew Arcanine is looking like one of our win conditions, so we figured definitely...
Not worth the risk.
Yeah, definitely need to get the fuck out of there.
And then he's asking what the Burn Up is, so we caught him off guard.
Yeah. And this is one of the last few things I remember before I had to, like, go back to work. So, like, from here on out, it's pretty much just Chris.
Yeah. So in comes Pangoro. I'm just going to sack Katana here, because it's not doing much with that man to buzz around.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Real. It's disappointing, but it's the truth.
Now he swaps out, because I was going to Burn Up if he was banded on the Earthquake, so I wasn't too worried, as I do go for the Burn Up. Nice little chunk of Mandibuzz, but God, it's fat.
So fucking fat.
Like, with a Wild Charge, like, that was 60% between two attacks. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, you took as much as it did from Helmet and Recoil and shit.
Now, I could have Toxic there, which I possibly, in hindsight, should have, but I figured now was a good chance to Wish Up because I knew Sylveon would scare it out.
Mm-hmm. Forcing them again every time.
That's right. This is why I needed hazards, but go to the Arcanine. I was predicting a Volt Switch, which he does. Didn't want Blastoise taking that.
Mm-hmm.
So into his Pangoro, I get the Wish Up, and I'm free to Burn Up again.
And this is pretty clutch right here, too, because he lives barely, and then he goes for the Banded Earthquake, and since we're no longer a Fire type, we eat that shit up. Well, not eat it up, but we live.
Live reasonably well.
So that's always fun. Morning Sun,
and then we
right
just
up.
Morning Sun up on that switch, which figured he might have sacked or whatnot, so that was good.
And you know he's going to Encore, so we switch on out of there. But he actually predicts that, which is... See, this guy isn't half bad. He's doing stuff.
Yeah, because I thought the Encore was coming.
Yeah.
So he U-turns out, he brings in Primarina. I'm just going for damage here. He lives!
Does a lot.
Which was a...
That's specs.
That is specs. It gets a Spatak drop as well, which is annoying. So we can go into Magina and eat up the Hyper Voice extremely well.
It's getting chipped, kinda.
Kind of. Well, it's Assault Vest plus a -1 Sylveon. Just isn't doing it. Do get the hell out of there into the Arcanine, though, because it's just, with this special defense investments, just eating up everything, and then I can burn up again.
And that thing,
it's just a
pain in the ass, finally goes down.
It's just a brilliant cycle, because Arcanine scares Magino out because he needs it.
Yep.
Just keep flicking burn up. Now, I think if by this point he's caught on to what burn up does.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait a minute.
So we're able to wild charge, just chipping him down. Just chipping him down. He does Volt Switch out, which was interesting. Into the Whimsicott. So I haven't Morning Sunned yet, so he can't. He killed Encore, but there was no point. So he just Giga Drains. And now we're up nearly full again with the lefties. And then he U-turns.
Predicting you to switch because he had the Encore again. But that's not what happens.
Yeah.
You make a brilliant play and Toxic the incoming Mandibuzz, and it fucking misses. Like a piece of shit.
The price of using Toxic when you're not a Poison type. So he goes to Magina. I'm just kicking Toxic again.
Yeah, if that thing's in front of you, you gotta click Toxic. Like, if there's a chance. Oh, man.
So now I just Wild Charge, keep chipping it. Just keep chipping it. Fluid Cannon does a good chunk of damage.
It does. For a AV Magearna, it does some decent damage.
But I know he's swapping out, so I can just Morning Sun up. And now, I know he could Encore again, but I swap out into the Blastoise, but he's good, and he Giga Drains.
Yep, good man.
So, makes a predict, but it's okay, Blastoise out. In comes Arcanine, gets another burn up.
Ready to burn some shit.
So, in comes the Mandibuzz.
At a clean 44%. And
So
then
at this point,
finally gets Toxic. God damn it.
Yeah, he stays in and roosts. He must have predicted me switching out, but that was the point that finally gets me into the match and winning. Because at this point, I'm starting to run out of burn-ups. You only get 8, and I've used about 5.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm surprised he didn't have Toxic on his Mandibuzz, or this might have been a completely different game.
Yeah, well, he had Defog, Roost, Foul Play. What was his final attack?
I don't know, actually. I don't think he's shown anything else. But he definitely didn't have Toxic, or he would have been clicking that shit.
For sure.
Anyways, we get the Wild Charge crit, but, 2 KO, so it's fine anyways.
It would have, because he swapped in, so it would have Wild Charge, he would have been dead. Not an issue. So he Giga Drains.
And now, to us, the biggest threat to our team is gone, being Magearna, so now it's just a matter of time. Everything's Toxic, I think, even, everything except for Pangoro is Toxic, but that is going down to this.
Sacks. Now, the problem is, if we could have gotten rid of Whimsicott earlier, Crocodile cleaned up.
Exactly. Maybe we should have brought Scarf Crook.
Oh, well.
And then he double switches, thinking we're not just going to click Wild Charge.
Well, he's got to play around Toxic turns and preserving and stuff.
That's true. And at this point, he's lost if we don't choke. So he's probably trying to exploit every opportunity for us to do that.
But at this stage, we've got Sylveon in the back, which can take a hit and deal out some good damage. There's no point not leaving Arcanine in because he doesn't have Toxic. Foul Play still does a lot, though.
It really does. We needed that Wild Charge damage.
Yeah. So we just cycle it. We go into Sylveon, because we can set up a Wish. He does Roost, which is helpful, but...
Yeah, at this point, he's pretty much accepted his fate, but he's not going to just, click X, which is respectable.
Oh, no, I'd 100% do the same. I prefer it when people stick it out.
Right. Just let me get those kills. And Hyper Voice just completely... Modest Hyper Voice completely just destroys that defensive-ass Whimsicott. And now he's got nothing left but a Dark type.
And I just want... What's his last move? Because he used Defog, Foul Play, Roost, and he uses Foul Play against Sylveon, so it's not Toxic, and it's not Brave Bird.
I don't know. Maybe, Tailwind or something? He does have a Magearna and a Primarina. It could have been Tailwind.
Could have been Tailwind, but... Yeah, I don't know. Just really interesting. You never see it.
Right? We need to fucking remember to ask him that fucking 6 months ago.
Yeah. Note to past self. Or note to future self who uses time travel to go back to past self to ask.
There you go. There's more than one step to this. But
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this right here, right now, Shaden. If either of us invent time travel, whose place they going to? My place or your place?
Probably your place.
All right, we'll say my place. Australia's sunnier, so that's a good call. Our future selves will rock up, either you or me, in the corner of the room I'm recording in the next 5 seconds to tell us what his move was.
Nope.
Tits.
I don't know. I was looking around my room too, like we didn't know the rules, but just in case, you know, it's kind of creepy.
Unless I'm smart enough to realize that would cause a rift in the space-time continuum.
And if you develop time travel, you probably are at that point. Shit.
Well, let's think about it. If I did just rock up then, because of the time travel, everyone would now know, watching our videos, that time travel will be invented. So then someone might kill me to then stop time travel getting invented. You see the paradox I've just avoided?
See, but what you didn't take into consideration is no one is going to watch this video. Oh man, but yeah, that just about does it for us. I think we can go ahead and wrap this bitch up. That was week 6, but 5 as far as the video is concerned. Chris did a fantastic job, so congratulate him on his fucking victory. 3-0 over Dokurog, and we are undefeated so far. No, wait, we lost 1. But we're almost undefeated so far. So, APL for the win.
Yeah, boy.
Alright, thanks guys for watching. Leave, comment, and subscribe, and do all that bullshit. Chris's link will be in the description. Bye forever.
Ciao.